Nobody puts baby in the corner.
Nobody puts baby in the corner. Hello, and today we've got something a little interesting for you. We're going to talk about how confusing it is when movies change their title mid-production, and what this does to us nerds expecting something very particular. This is going to become a very big problem.
Nerds?
Yeah, nerds.
What do you mean nerds?
Nerds. Not you and your folk, but
what do you mean?
me and my folk.
Whoa. What do you mean me and my folk?
Yeah, you and your folk who aren't nerds versus us nerds who care.
Oh my god.
Have you heard about Avengers yet? Did you hear? Avengers Infinity
maybe
War?
a little bit
for
Explain
me.
it.
So, Avengers Infinity War. This is where we're going to start. And it gets really confusing because there's a lot of movies doing this, but I think this is a great starting point. So the Avengers Infinity War, the grand epic battle we've been waiting for, Guardians of the Galaxy and the Avengers versus Thanos and all that he has to offer, which so far has been Josh.
He's purple.
He's purple. He's purple.
Purple.
We know he's purple.
It's a good offering.
We know he's going to do whatever it is he's doing himself because apparently everyone else has failed. So I guess that's start war with the Avengers, which, as his minion tells him, is to court death. But this final great epic battle, which means having completed Infinity Gauntlet, because Thanos has to have the Infinity Gauntlet for the Infinity War to happen. So we need all these stones together, and then we have to have this big epic battle, but now it's just one film. We went from two separate films to actually tie this whole thing together to Infinity War and Untitled Avengers sequel.
Mortal Kombat Armageddon.
Was it Armageddon or Annihilation? Annihilation was the movie. Armageddon was the game.
Annihilation, that's it.
Okay.
30 fucking characters, one movie. Get the fuck out of here.
So many of them just weren't fleshed out. There was nothing good there. Now, it's nice that we're going to be jumping into this with all these characters already having been fleshed out on screen, but you're still going to have that Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Tons and tons of characters on screen, and you have no idea what's going on with any of them. It's just chaos. You've got the Avengers over here, you got the Guardians of the Galaxy, and just everyone on screen everywhere all at once, and you have no idea what's going on, and it's going to look impressive, but that story's going to suffer.
Mortal Kombat!
It's just Mortal Kombat Legacy. That's all we need. We don't need that Mortal Kombat. We need new Mortal Kombat. Better Mortal Kombat. Have you watched the new Mortal Kombat?
The
web series?
Yeah. No, I have not. I've wanted to, I just haven't watched it yet.
Give it a shot. It is a great web series. I think we just need to sit down and watch all of it, just review it, something like that.
I'm cool with that. We could do that. I haven't seen it, so it'd be cool.
We don't know what we're getting from this this unnamed sequel, though. We don't know if we're getting a conclusion to Avengers Infinity War, if it's going to be like...
Do you think it's maybe because, like, they're going to try to do it in one movie, but if they can't, then you have Untitled Avengers sequel?
Well, what I think they're going to try to do is, because that's right around the time they're going from Phase 3 into Phase 4, and they promised with Phase 4 new heroes.
Man, I think Phase 4 I haven't actually heard of.
Okay, yeah, Phase 4 kicks off with that last Avengers film. After that point, all of the original Avengers are contracts over. They're done. They're not part of Marvel Cinematic Universe anymore. No Chris Evans, Captain America, no Robert Downey Jr.
Fuck that shit, and fuck that shit.
Yeah, I know, it's a lot to look forward to, isn't it?
Fuck that shit.
At that point, potentially what we might get...
Are you patronizing me, motherfucker?
I'm patronizing you.
Okay.
What I think we're going to get is we're going to get Avengers Infinity War, the death of the entire MCU as we know it. And then we're going to get some terrible sequel that the best we could hope for is Deadpool maybe coming into it. Because personally, I think...
How is that, since Fox retains the rights to X-Men, Deadpool, and anything X-Men related?
Because Sony...
I think they got all the X's. I think X-Force, Excalibur. I mean, they got it all.
Everything. Everything that has X, and it's all because...
It has nothing to do with Sony.
No.
What did you mention Sony?
I mentioned Sony specifically because Sony has finally realized...
Sony's playing ball with Spider-Man. I get it.
So I think eventually Deadpool might push Fox to play ball with Marvel. I think they're going to sit there, and the idea of having Deadpool show up in an Avengers movie...
I would be shocked if Disney would allow the same craziness that was in Deadpool.
Would you pay to see it?
Well, I mean... Well, no, because I don't pay to see anything. Fuck that shit.
Never
Because it's all crap.
Ryan Reynolds is blow for Deadpool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Ryan Reynolds has proven that he's not willing to let that die, and he said himself that if he could fight the Avengers, he would fight the Avengers. Yeah, that's right, disembodied voices. This time we have disembodied voices.
No, she said blow.
But seriously though, like, I cannot see Disney allowing.
Obviously not, but that's what I'm saying. That's literally the best case scenario that I currently have in my head with what Disney is attempting to do. By sitting there taking the story that was already going to be hard to fit in 2 movies, trying to cram it into 1, and then having an untitled sequel, it just seems like unless they're just trying to dupe us, which is possible. I mean, obviously they could be just giving us this fake title.
Maybe they think they can put it all in one movie, and maybe, hopefully they'll realize that it's not possible, and we'll get what we had originally.
Now,
what actually got you to this?
What actually?
This video here.
What really got me to this video was talking just about how annoying it is when you're sitting there and you're planning for a movie, you're so excited for a movie, and all of a sudden, middle of production, things change. Things either go way off source material, they have to change the name, or what was supposed to be a multi-movie series is now 1 movie or just 2 movies. And then sometimes the complete opposite. What was supposed to be 1 movie suddenly becomes 2 movies.
Well, initially, The Hobbit, okay, going off comic books here, was going to be 2 films, as far as from what I heard. The hell was that?
Disembodied voices.
Then all of a sudden it became 3 films that I was pretty excited about, which I thought they did well. And a little bit of Silmarillion, you know.
But there were some things in there that just didn't need to be in there. Orlando
Give me
Bloom.
an example.
Orlando Bloom.
Why?
Have you read the book?
Because there's a lot. Have I read The Hobbit?
Yeah,
yes, I've read The Hobbit.
Because a lot of people have read The Hobbit. He's but mentioned once, and not even mentioned by name. He's just referred to as the prince.
Complete irrelevance.
Complete irrelevance?
Already established.
You're going to try to tell me that no. You stop right there, sir. You're going to try to tell me
he's a good, awesome elf.
Battle of 5 Armies. Legolas's big,
Your
bad...
mom's Battle of 5 Armies.
Do you remember the movie? Did you watch the movie?
Yes, I've watched the fucking movie.
So you remember the part where Legolas, climbs up the broken stairs and does all that crazy shit that just doesn't make sense because not even elves have those reflexes?
Legolas is awesome. Alright, just because Legolas is a pretty boy and you don't like it, doesn't mean they didn't do a good job.
No, it's because he doesn't belong in the story and he's irrelevant, as you said.
Completely irrelevant. They did 3 movies.
Right. They
had to fill in content there. They had 3 movies for 1 book.
They had 3 movies for 1 book.
But there's no excuse for 1 movie for 1 book in Lord of the Rings. It's the next...
Unless Peter Jackson just thought they were really boring.
Well, Peter Jackson and I agree on this.
Do you think Peter Jackson maybe didn't handle the material right?
He did not.
He didn't.
And I think he realizes that. Because I did hear a rumor that he is planning on doing them again.
I don't know if he can handle doing them again, though. I mean, he's got to change his cast, which is automatic because Ian McKellen, for certain, is not going to return as Gandalf ever again.
Why not?
He had so much trouble with the Hobbit movies. When they were filming the last Hobbit movie, he declared that would absolutely be his last time donning the wizard attire because he just could not stand sitting in front of a green screen filming by himself. He's such a classically trained actor who's done so many great things.
Are you telling me that the greatest gay guy in history cannot reprise his role as Gandalf? You are just making shit up as you go along.
He will not. It's not that he can't, it's that he won't. Just like we're finally gearing up to see Patrick Stewart's final turn as Xavier in the Weapon X film. These actors are just getting too old. They want to do other things now.
What the fuck? What the fuck are they doing? They're not doing anything.
Patrick Stewart's banging a wife who is literally younger than you. Like, she's really young. I can't remember her exact age.
She's like 12? Jesus Christ.
Seems like it. They were showing an interview. She is really, really young, like creepily young. And I'm like, that's how Patrick Stewart survives. Like, he never ages.
Are you saying he can't get down with that?
I'm saying that he fucks the age out of people. Patrick Stewart's dick just ruins people. It just
So
slowly
if he can do that, so you're saying
sucks
he
the
can't,
life
he
essence
can't,
from their body.
be Professor Xavier again? Because I just think that's
No,
awesome.
I think he's finally been caught and proven that he's a weird subhuman species
You
that
think he's a
kills
vampire?
something. Maybe some weird vampire. I don't know, Time Lord thing. Something.
Time
made up.
Lord? He's a Time Lord.
He's something made up. He's something
Right.
made up that shouldn't exist, but he
Are you
does,
saying
and
the
we're
Time Lords
finally
of vampires
we
are
have
made up?
we have finally caught on to it, and so now Patrick Stewart's like, I have to leave. He
Yeah,
could be an
I
animal.
don't like where this is going.
You don't like where this is going? Is it because you're gonna miss Professor X being played by Patrick Stewart? You're gonna miss
It's
Ian
because you
McKellen's
said the Time
Magneto?
Lords of vampires don't exist. Are you fucking crazy?
Have you seen anything Matt Smith was in? I wish it didn't exist. I wish as
Have you seen
as-
anything David Tennant was in? It was decent.
Yeah, it was. It was amazing. That's some Doctor Who I could get behind. I almost got a chance to watch The Day of the Doctor. Did you actually have a chance to watch that?
Yes.
Yeah. See, I didn't get to watch it. My wife wasn't a big fan. So
Well,
I
your
didn't
wife
get around
is
it.
special like the Olympics. What are we gonna
Special like the Olympics.
You're special.
Disembodied voices. Anyways, so Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I think Lord of the Rings could have been expanded to more movies. That would have been fine. I would have.
I 100% think that 9 movies.
9
3
movies.
per book.
3 movies per book, 9 movies, no more than 2.5 hours per movie. Though.
2.5 hours per movie.
Okay.
Yes.
I-
I agree with that.
What do you think of the idea of them wanting to do one more series of movies based on Mines of Moria? I think it is the Gandalf specific story. We're gonna tell the romantic side of Gandalf the Grey.
You're talking about when Gandalf goes to the fucking.
Yeah, with the elf. Yeah, just all sorts of fun there they can talk about. I'm sure, but do we really need that? Like, is that necessary at this point?
Well, I mean, necessary? Is it necessary for me to drink my own urine? No. But it's sterile, and I like the taste.
I mean, you know what? Somehow those things correlate. That makes sense. Okay, I get it. I completely understand. No clarification needed whatsoever.
Thank you.
See, I appreciate you for who you are. What do you think about situations like big franchises, Star Wars, things like that? So something where you've got clearly a trilogy at a time they set out to do. Most recently, The Force Awakens being the first of 7, 8, and 9. What do you think about movie series like that just change their titles mid-production? Like,
Well, to be perfectly honest, I haven't seen the new Star Wars, so.
I know you haven't seen new Star Wars, but you
I like the old ones.
Yeah, you grew up with the original trilogy.
Yep.
So when the prequels were coming out and they were coming out with these goofy ass names, did you even give them a shot? Did you even give them the time of day?
Yeah, I went and saw them all in the theater, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you like them?
I didn't even hate the Phantom Menace, which everybody seems to hate, because I don't care about Jar Jar Binks, because I don't think Jar Jar Binks is a big deal. I think everybody thinks that Jar Jar Binks is a big deal is a fucking idiot. Because who fucking cares?
Have you not seen the theory that Jar Jar Binks is actually the greatest Lord of the Sith ever?
I have not seen that, though I have heard about it. And again, I don't
You
care.
just don't care?
Because
But
we're
that's what
talking,
Jar
we're
Jar
talking
wants
about
you
an
to think.
alien
He's
that
the
no matter
greatest
what
villain.
George Lucas was thinking when he created this alien, who the fuck cares? It's not like he did anything meaningful. He was just an alien in the fucking series.
He almost
It's like,
ruined Star Wars.
now hold on. It's like if we're talking about, with Jar Jar Binks, it's like we're talking about the fucking ridiculous blue alien that's in the band in fucking Empire Strikes Back.
The Blue Elephant Man?
Not Empire Strikes Back.
Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, and Jabba's
Jabba's
little
Palace,
band there.
yeah.
The blue fucking alien guy.
What's
Jar
the
Jar
other
Binks
guy's
was
name?
about as important as that fucking guy. Who fucking cares?
Jar Jar Binks becomes a senator.
I don't care.
Then
Who cares?
The people who
He
watch
wasn't
the
important
movies.
at all. He was a dumb alien that
He
fucking
ruins the
George Lucas.
storyline.
No, he does not.
Yes, he does.
No, it's completely irrelevant. Completely irrelevant character.
Completely
he doesn't mean
irrelevant character.
anything. Doesn't mean anything. So the fact that people are worried about that character blows my fucking mind.
So you're saying
He is a completely
So what
worthless
you're-
character
what you're telling
that means
me-
nothing in the series.
So what you're telling me is that Jar Jar Binks
Means
does to the
nothing.
trilogy, he means nothing. So he offers exactly to Star Wars prequel trilogy the same amount that Orlando Bloom offers to the Hobbit trilogy?
No, you're wrong.
The exact same amount.
Orlando
He
Bloom.
is so irrelevant, just doesn't need
Are
to
we
be
really
there.
comparing Lord of the Rings to Star Wars?
Yes.
Is this a Clerks 2 scene? Because Jesus Christ,
This is
I'm starting to
happening.
think it might be.
And I am saying that Jar Jar Binks is just as impactful and as relevant as
Nope.
Orlando Bloom's
Orlando
Legolas was in the
Bloom's
trilogy.
Legolas was way more important to that.
Way more important, a character who doesn't belong there, who was literally written in.
Whether he
Daryl
doesn't- whether he
Dixon from The
belongs
Walking
there-
Dead suddenly just fucks his way into a story, and everyone's like,
Is that what happened?
well,
Because I missed that scene. Was there a lot of fucking going on?
He's
Because I
hot
wanted to see
enough.
some elf fucking.
Orlando Bloom's hot
Wait,
enough
wait,
still.
Did he
This
fuck
tracks with the
Evangeline
ladies.
Lilly? Did he fuck Evangeline Lilly? Because I wanted to see that.
Did you get the director's cut?
Oh, I guess
Have you
not.
seen the
I
extended
didn't.
editions? Yeah.
I guess Kate from Lost didn't get pounded in my
Walmart, complete trilogy, extended cuts, or better yet, buy it on Amazon. Yeah.
All right. Either
You'd
way,
be surprised what you can
the
see.
Jar Jar Binks people can suck a dick.
That's like
because-
saying the Ewok people.
Because
can suck
who
a
the
dick.
fuck cares?
The same
Same
people-
thing.
Same
thing.
people care
Who
about
the fuck
Legos.
is worried about the goddamn Ewok?
Do you see what these topics do to us? This is why you don't change movies, people. And this is why you don't sit there and do ridiculous things like make 3 movies out of one little awkward book and then make only 1 movie about 3 ridiculously complicated books. I mean, for Christ's sake, he almost has like a separate book just talking about the different plants. Because have you noticed Tolkien has to name every single tree that shows up? Well, this is Treebeard, Lord
when I
of the
began to
Ents,
read Fellowship of the Ring
35,000th of
as
his
a
name.
teenager, I felt that it read like the Bible. It was the most boring fucking piece of shit that I've ever fucking read.
Do you remember? Do you know what I remember about? Actually, yeah. Do you remember? Do you know what I remember about the Lord of the Rings books in high school?
Please.
That I had to take a test on them, so I watched the movies 3 times each, and still passed the test with just high enough a score from the
What the
movies.
fuck?
Yeah.
Did you have a class where you had to read Tolkien?
Scholastic books thing, 8th grade. You basically read books, take tests,
God,
and then
I wish I was a young
it got
kid like you.
converted. It got
Jesus
converted into
Christ.
points, and then you could go to the school-sponsored thing where I could load up on sugar. So I was filling my locker with cans of orange soda and root beer and pixie sticks like this tall, all because I could read real good.
Real good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
All right, so we got a little off topic there, but circling back, just don't change mid-production. I wanted to talk about Justice League. It did a similar thing. Just don't do it. Stop, guys. If you sit there and you come to us and you're like, this is what we want to do. It's ambitious, it's big, but it's spread out so it makes sense. Do that. Don't cram it all into one movie. And at the same time, don't be afraid to expand upon a good story. If something's good enough to hold up for as long as it did, and the films, they held up for a while. There was a lot of love there the entire time they were coming out in theater and being re-released and everything. So don't be afraid to expand on that either. Alright, that was just us. Give it a little rant. If you like the video, guys, like it, share it on all forms of social media, subscribe, and as always, thank you
If
for
you
watching.
like the video, subscribe. Fuck you.